WWE SmackDown kicked off with an announcement from The Miz, who eagerly informed the audience about the upcoming marquee match. King Booker, accompanied by his regal partner Queen Sharmell, was set to face off against the powerhouse Bobby Lashley. The anticipation was palpable, especially with King Booker and Sharmell's elaborate and drawn-out entrance. JBL's amusing infatuation with King Booker added an extra layer of entertainment to the proceedings. As King Booker and Queen Sharmell basked in their royal aura, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. William Regal and Fit Finlay emerged from the shadows and initiated a ruthless assault on Lashley in the aisle, forming an impromptu trio with Sharmell passionately cheering them on. Just when it seemed that Lashley was outnumbered, reinforcements arrived in the form of Matt Hardy and Gunnar Scott, who rushed to the rescue. Sharmell found refuge behind her king, hinting at her penchant for psychological manipulation. Next up, we see a gimmick that could have gone to Marai's outlet, knowing Vince, with a throwback to a bygone era as a promotional segment for the Quebec tourism industry was showcased, featuring Sylvain in a peculiar role. The Miz, oozing with charisma and a dash of eccentricity, was joined by the alluring Ashley, creating a unique on-screen dynamic. The Miz's wacky antics were on full display, no doubt influenced by Ashley's captivating presence. He allowed Ashley to introduce the next match, bridging the gap between segments seamlessly. General Manager Theodore Long entered the scene and found King Booker and Queen Sharmell, ensuring them that the match with Lashley was still on. However, King Booker claimed not to have his boots on. In a humorous twist, Long suggested that the Queen should assist her king in putting on his boots, which led to accusations of selling out from the royal duo as Long departed.
Come on now, Teddy!
Meanwhile, Ashley strolled backstage, only to be approached by Michelle McCool, who offered her an unsolicited lesson in self-confidence. Michelle was confident that she would have won the swimsuit contest if she had chosen to participate.
Are we conceited?
A spirited Ashley offered Michelle a rematch, but the latter declined, citing reluctance to showcase her body to the passionate New Jersey fans. Ashley countered with a poignant message.
I think you should spend a little less time talking down to people like you're teaching a class. Spend a little bit more time trying to find some class.
The main event of the evening, King Booker accompanied by Queen Sharmell versus Bobby Lashley, commenced as scheduled. Sharmell refrained from interfering in the match but passionately cheered for her king throughout the contest. King Booker employed a sidekick that garnered a near fall, and he continued to apply a chinlock to maintain control. However, Lashley showcased his incredible strength, powering out and ultimately catching King Booker with a devastating power slam to secure the victory. SmackDown concluded with a deflated King Booker and an equally disheartened Queen Sharmell, as Lashley's triumph sent shockwaves through the arena. On the Ashley out on a date. In a moment of curiosity, however, Vito dismissed any assumptions and engaged Ashley in a conversation about fashion. Regal, in his usual grandeur, introduced King Booker. The royal procession made its way to the ring. JBL. The match kicked off with Booker asserting his targeted Lashley's injured leg. The intensity escalated with Lashley chants echoing through. The tension reached its peak as Booker applied a single-leg Boston Crab, forcing Lashley to crawl desperately towards the ropes for salvation. The ever-scheming William Regal added a cheap shot, setting the stage for Booker's jumping sidekick, nearly securing a pinfall. The narrative took a surprising twist when Lashley, displaying immense strength, executed 3 consecutive body slams. However, Booker, refusing to be outdone, tossed Lashley to the outside, where Finlay cunningly interjected himself into the fray, striking Lashley with his trusty shillelagh. As the tension escalated, Sharmell took a bold step by introducing a steel chair into the equation. However, Lashley, determined to overcome the odds, turned the tables by using the chair on both Regal and Booker, resulting in a disqualification. The match may have ended, but the ramifications of this encounter promised to linger. Booker T and Queen Sharmell conveyed to Teddy Long that Booker T wouldn't have to face Lashley again, allowing them to live happily ever after.
See,
However,
it's not gonna happen again. That sucker tried to take me out tonight.
That's right, you
saw it. See, King Booker and Queen Sharmell will never set foot in the ring with that peasant again.
Teddy surprised them by arranging a steel cage match instead.
Get about, man.
Is that right?
Yeah.
On SmackDown, the tension in the SmackDown arena reaches a boiling point as King Booker and Queen Sharmell storm into Teddy Long's office, demanding changes to the upcoming cage match.
You know it ain't right, Teddy. What? You know it ain't right. It's wrong, Teddy. Making me compete.
However, their fervent pleas fall on deaf ears as Long remains resolute in his decision.
Hey, what's wrong with you? You should be happy. Your match tonight with Bobby Lashley is for the United States Championship, player.
Happy?
Booker, adopting the regal draws parallels between himself and a gladiator.
I don't give a damn.
What?
Tonight, you're going to compete in that steel cage match, and that's final.
But one of the best parts about the Diva search was making new friendships like the one I got with you.
emphasizing Kristal, who was in the top 10. The anticipation builds as the U.S. title cage match between Bobby Lashley and King Booker, accompanied by William Regal and Sharmell, takes center stage. The presence of Regal and the admiration from JBL for Queen Sharmell's beauty add layers of intrigue to the bout. The match kicks off with Lashley showcasing his dominance, driving shoulders into Booker's ribs in the corner. However, Booker retaliates by sending Lashley face first into the unforgiving steel cage, with Finlay making his presence felt, hammering away on Lashley as Booker dishes out right hands and chops. The intense battle continues, with Lashley countering Booker's escape attempts and demonstrating his resilience. A spinebuster from Lashley plants Booker, returning with Lashley being sent face first into the middle buckle, only to defiantly thwart Booker's escape yet again. The drama unfolds with the bookend and the axe kick, each delivering punishing blows to Lashley, but the determined champion refuses to let Booker escape the cage. Lashley fights back with a powerful running power slam, signaling a potential turning point. However, the ringside interference from Regal and Finlay, armed with chairs, adds an element of chaos to the proceedings. In a thrilling climax, Lashley manages to toss Booker down, ascend to the top of the cage, and make a daring escape to retain the U.S. title.